How's it going, guys? Brian Danoff here today to talk to you guys about the Yankees signing of Masahiro Tanaka. It's been a while since I last talked to you, last year in fact, as it is now 2014, February 1st to be exact. And I hope you guys are all enjoying the new year, and especially enjoying, for those in New York and New Jersey, the festivities of Super Bowl 48 that happens tomorrow night between the Denver Broncos and Seattle Seahawks at MetLife Stadium in the Meadowlands in East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's been an exciting couple of days. I have not, unfortunately, made the trip to Super Bowl Boulevard, otherwise known as Times Square in New York City, to see all the things going on. The toboggan and stuff like that, the photo booths. Not a big fan of what they did, but of course Radio Row, WFAN's broadcasts, I would have loved to see that. But of course I did go to MLB Fan Fest last year at the Javits Center, met Chris Mad Dog Russo, saw Mike Francesa, and I saw a few other guys. So that was pretty cool. But especially, of course, Michael Kay. How to forget about that? Met Michael Kay, got his autograph. Same with Mad Dog. It was great. But anyway, before I get off track, the Yankees have signed Masahiro Tanaka. Of course, this news did break about 2 weeks ago now. Sorry, I've been very busy with midterms, and school overall has been just, a lot so far this year. But I'm managing it, and I have some free time today to come on and talk about Tanaka, so why not? It's an interesting signing for the Yankees, to say the least. Of course, it's not your typical free agent signing. This guy coming all the way from the Rakuten Golden Eagles of Japan. The Yankees signed Tanaka, of course, to a 7-year, $155 million contract. A guy who has never pitched a single inning in Major League Baseball. Not even a single pitch in Major League Baseball. There's of course that huge risk that everyone knows. He has never pitched in the major leagues before. How can you justify giving this guy 155 big ones? And you know what? You really can't. There's no way to really justify it because the bottom line is, yes, he has never played in America before. He has only been to America a couple times, maybe, if that. I know he came up during the negotiation process, I think, to California, where all the teams went and met with Tanaka. And apparently the Yankees also sent, Hideki Matsui to call up Tanaka and persuade him to put on the pinstripes. So that was pretty cool, and I heard about that. Don't know if that's 100% accurate, but I do know that Matsui did call Tanaka. Whether that was the Yankees' demand or Matsui's willingness to help out a young Japanese star like Tanaka, the same type of situation Matsui was in 12 years ago when he was deciding to come to New York and join the Yankees. Also signed a 7-year deal, ironically. But comparing Matsui to Tanaka is hard because Tanaka throws the baseball while Matsui hits them out of the ballpark. Tanaka, of course, a right-hander, 6'1", I believe. It's kind of weird because it's not like I've ever seen this guy pitch in person. You can't go on MLB.com and necessarily look at highlights of him. And, you're kind of reading more than you're actually seeing of Tanaka. I remember hearing about him a few years ago when Yu Darvish signed with the Rangers that, look out, when is the next big name starting pitcher from Japan coming to America? Could be in a few years with Masahiro Tanaka. That's what we were all hearing, and I kept an eye on him. Not going to say I actually followed him last season, but I did know that there was a chance that he could be posted. Of course, he was, I think, the day of Christmas or the day after Christmas. Not 100% sure. But the posting system was changed, and that's why he was posted so late. Teams now submit a bid up to $20 million, and then it's basically free play. Tanaka met with 5 to 6 teams, I believe, including the Dodgers and the Astros and the Angels. I think the Mariners were involved at some point. And, it was kind of interesting with the negotiations because on Twitter, you heard a different MLB reporter every day saying, the Dodgers are the favorites. No, the Astros are the favorites because they offered him this. No, well, the Angels are the favorites because they can offer this, and that. And it was kind of crazy because, in the end, all those stories that we were all freaking out about turned out to be completely irrelevant because Tanaka did sign with the Yankees, and he's going to be wearing number 19. So unfortunately, Chris Stewart's number will not be enshrined in Monument Park. It's a tough day today for all you Stewie fans, but I'm sure he's bearing up well with Russell Martin down in Pittsburgh. Of course, he was traded to the Pirates, in case you guys forgot about that. Tough loss for the Yankees. I can't even say that with a straight face. But Tanaka, he is the two-time Cy Young Award winner in Japan, if you will. There's, it is named after a specific pitcher from Japan. Not even going to try to pronounce the name. You can look it up on Tanaka's resume. It says two-time Eli Eligi Sawamura Award winner. So there you go. That shows you my extent of Japanese pronunciation. But Tanaka, that's my issue this year. That's what I'm trying to fix. It's not saying and all the time, but that will probably continue to happen in this video. But Tanaka is a great pitcher. He has proved it in Japan, went 24-0 last season, struck out over 200 batters, logged over 200 innings. Tanaka is certainly the real deal in Japan, and people believe that some people are saying he will translate beautifully to the major leagues. Others say he could fizzle out and may not be the same type of pitcher the Yankees are hoping he'll be, which is potentially an ace type, number 2, number 1 starter that could pick up the slack of a struggling CC Sabathia or the whole pitching staff as a whole, when Kuroda leaves probably soon, or, let's say Nova fizzles out again and isn't the pitcher we all thought he was at the end of 2013. But Tanaka has a low 90s fastball, can get it up to 95, has a devastating splitter, I'm told, I've read about, and that he mixes his pitches very well, and he is a complete pitcher. And, he has a low delivery, I'm just trying to spew out facts about him, but he is married to a Japanese pop star. So Tanaka is certainly a superstar and certainly hopefully going to be a great pitcher with the Yankees. Personally, I can't have any expectations for him at this point. I don't think he'll go down the route of Keigawa or Daisuke Matsuzaka, because I think the scouting that is in place now is so much more advanced than even 5-6 years ago. The Yankees have apparently scouted him since 2007, so they've certainly wanted him for a long time, and they've certainly seen something in him that, assures them that he will be able to pitch for the Yankees in Yankee Stadium in America. And, so, I have faith in the front office when it comes to that if they're going to try to tell me that they believe Tanaka will be, at the worst, an average Major League starter, great, and I expect that from him. I don't think he'll be a bust, but I can't expect him to necessarily be the ace type guy that the Yankees hope they got. But it's just what the Yankees do here. It's another example of when they don't have the options in house, they go outside of the organization to bring in the talent that is necessary to win. I compare Tanaka to a guy like a Clayton Kershaw or a Felix Hernandez. A high-priced but very effective young starting pitcher that can be kind of the cornerstone of the franchise moving forward, with the loss of Robinson Cano and the imminent retirement of Derek Jeter. The Yankees need a new face of the franchise and need a new guy who will be here for the long run, and that hopefully will be Tanaka. And, I am, from a fan's perspective, I'm excited to see him pitch. I'm excited to see how he does. And if you go on YouTube and watch his highlights, they're pretty nasty, and it gets you excited, but you have to kind of tame those expectations because this guy has never pitched in the major leagues before, and I can't give him the benefit of the doubt quite yet. As I said, I don't think he'll be terrible, but I'm not necessarily expecting him to be the ace he was with the Rakuten Golden Eagles. So that's basically my opinion. It's a huge risk. It is, but it could definitely pay off. For 2014, the Yankees get another starter, which is huge. And in the long run, hopefully they got another franchise player that will carry the team and lead the team into the post-Core 4 era, as the Yankees transition out of that dynasty phase of the team's history. So it'll be interesting to watch when Tanaka, comes to spring training and hundreds of Japanese reporters are there, and they certainly will be at his first few starts. His first start at Yankee Stadium should be great. There's a lot of things going into 2014 that get you excited. Tanaka, Beltran, McCann, Ellsbury, seeing Cano come back to the Bronx at Yankee Stadium. 2014 is looking to be a very fun season, and as pitchers and catchers report in 13 days, the light is at the end of the. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel for MLB's off season, and there's still some deals to be made. You see guys like Irvin Santana, Ubaldo Jimenez, Kendrys Morales; those guys are still available. AJ Burnett of all people, should be still an interesting couple weeks of the hot stove season, and then bam, we thaw out and we get ready for spring training and get ready for another season of Major League Baseball. It's kind of insane because it feels like I'm saying this, every year, and this time of year comes so quickly, and it was like we were just saying goodbye to Mariano Rivera. It's like that just happened. But that was already almost 4 months ago now, and now we got to get ready for David Robertson taking Mariano's place and getting ready for a completely different Yankees team than we last saw it in late September. Ironically, the Yankees closed out last season in Houston, and they'll open up this season in Houston. So that'll be kind of cool to watch, and I'm excited. I really am. I'm excited for Tanaka, excited for this season, but my expectations, seeing how, trying to not look through the pinstriped colored lenses, there is a risk to the Tanaka signing. There's a risk to all the signings the Yankees have made this offseason, that's for sure. And, we'll have to see if it pays off. And as I said, championships are not won in the offseason. You have to play the games on the field and not on paper. So Yankees also still have a bullpen to assemble. That's something people are ignoring. The Yankees have a great lineup and a great rotation, but their bullpen is nothing right now outside of David Robertson and Sean Kelly, and you hope Preston Claiborne will be there too. So the Yankees need a few more relievers, that's for sure. And if they get those, then I'll starting to, drink the Kool-Aid and maybe see a ticker tape parade down the Canyon of Heroes in October, but that's still a long ways away, and maybe that, I wouldn't say that would definitely happen this year, but anything can happen. So, that's pretty much it, guys. For now, follow me on Twitter at BrianD_MLB Talk. Follow the MLB Talk 101 on Twitter. That is at the MLB Talk 101. It's a great network of baseball, and if you follow them, you'll get more of a sense of what we're trying to do there. I just interviewed Dante Bichette Jr. and Ty Hensley, two Yankees prospects that I'm sure you've heard of. So check out those interviews. I'll put the links in the description. And then after that, subscribe to the MLB Talk 101. Follow them on Twitter. Like them on Facebook. Friend them on Google+. We're trying to get out there. And it's a great opportunity for all baseball analysts and fans and aspiring reporters. It's great. So thanks for watching, guys. Go Yankees. Masahiro Tanaka, welcome to the Yankees. Welcome to America. And I'm hoping for big things out of you and especially your arm in 2014. Hopefully that did not sound dirty, but whatever. Talk to you guys all really soon.